of the year.
Demons in my head came to find me. Found someone else instead of me. Disappointed them to see. Thank you, Prague. Enjoy the night. Thank you.
Hello! Dobrý večer, dámy a pánové! Největší sportovní událost v Česku je tady! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prague, Czechia. 9 years ago, the attendance record of the IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship was set in this country. Country that became 6 times world champion in only 14 years. Country with hockey Olympic gold. Country that should be considered as true heart of a game. In the next 17 days, you will be surrounded with a true hockey euphoria, and you are a crucial part of that. Dámy a pánové, po dlouhých 9 letech je mistrovství světa IIHF v ledním hokeji zpátky doma v Česku, v zemi 6násobných mistrů světa. Na tuhle otázku jsem čekal od 17. května 2015. Jste připraveni? Jen si musím vzpomenout, kde přesně jsme v tom roce 2015 skončili.
Kanaďané mají 25. titul mistrů světa. V tuto chvíli šampionát v Praze a v Ostravě navštívilo více diváků než celé mistrovství světa 2014. Obtáč se kolem brány, gól! Gól! Jágr zvedá ruce k nebi!
We have Bob, we have Bobek, dámy a pánové, je tu i Jaromír Jágr! Now it's time to welcome teams competing in 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship.
Great Britain. Austria. Kazakhstan. France. Norway. Denmark. Latvia. Slovakia. Switzerland. Sweden. Germany. United States. Finland. Canada.
A domácí tým Česka!
Dear ice hockey fans, we Czechs like to say that Czechia is in the heart of Europe. Today, we can proudly say that we are in the heart of the game. So welcome and enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the International Ice Hockey Federation, Mr. Luc Tardif, along with the President of Czech Ice Hockey Federation and the Organizing Committee, Mr. Alois Hadamčuk. Pane prezidente, máte slovo.
Národe, ctí, že můžu vás přivítat na největší akci sportovní v Praze na mistrovství světa. Našim hráčům přeji zdraví, štěstí a za vaší pomoci věřím tomu, že to dotáhneme k vítězství. Česko do toho!
Dámy a pánové, pan prezident Alois Hadamčuk, and now I kindly ask you, Mr. President Luc Tardif.
Česku. First of all, because before to open this officially this World Championship 2024, I would like first to thank the Federation, Czech Federation, and the organization committee for the fantastic work done to organize this championship. I would like also to say thank you to City of Prague, City of Ostrava, and also the both region who participate financially. And I don't want to forget the high authority, and I would like to say good evening to Mr. President. On behalf of the International Ice Hockey Federation, I would like to declare these World Championship 2024 in Prague and Ostrava open. Let's play the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, President of the International Ice Hockey Federation, let the show begin! Dámy a pánové, prosím, přivítejte domácí tým, tým Česka! And also, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the arena, Team Finland! Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up if you can for the national anthem of host country, Czechia. The anthem will be sang by Maestro Adam Plachetka.
Česka, domov
Ta nejkrásnější melodie, hymna Česka a Adam Plachetka. A ještě jednou se vás musím zeptat, jste připraveni? Let's introduce tonight's officials. The referees of the game are Andris Ansons and Mikael Holm. The linespersons are Nick Briganti and Otto Turmis. And now it's time for the starting six.
A collision of heavyweights on the opening day of the 2024 World Hockey Championship. Andris Ansons, Mikael Holm are the referees. Nick Briganti and Otto Turmis are the linesmen for this game between Finland and Czechia. There is Radim Rulik. There is no nonsense, and then there is Radim Rulik. He is a man of determination and harsh criticism at times, and he's got a tough job here coaching the host team in the World Championship. And there's the legend, Jukka Jalonen, 61 years old, inducted to the Finnish Hockey Hall of Fame in 2012. He's won. And so the Finns and the Czechs both have high expectations here, and both their teams in transition. The Finns have 10 players who have never played in the World Championship before. The Czechs have a core of veterans, but a number of young players as well playing in their first World Championship. And starting in goal is Lukas Dostal, who played in one game of the World Championship 2 years ago for the Czechs against Great Britain, plays for Anaheim in the NHL at a .902 save percentage in his third season. And Harri Sateri was the hero for Finland in the Olympics in 2022. A 5-0 record, a .962 save percentage, went on to win the World Championship later that year with the Finns. Jaromir Jagr was part of the pregame ceremony. The last time this tournament was played here in 2015 was his last game with the Czech national team. It was a thunderous night that night, and we expect another here tonight. There is not a seat to be had in this arena.
Good luck, boys. Keep it safe. Go.
And Mikael Holm gets us underway. Czechs are the home team and will have the last change. Finns have won the last 2 meetings between these two countries. The teams have split the last 4. Radko Gudas, second-generation Czech national team player. His dad played in the 80s and 90s for the then Czechoslovakia. Ondrej Kase works it free for the Czechs. Spins and shoots. That was blocked by Juha Jaska. Jaska just signed as a free agent by the Carolina Hurricanes last month. And he steps into Radko Gudas. Back at the point, played back in by Rasmus Risanen. And these fans have had all day to prepare for this game, and not just the Czechs. Rasmus Risanen lays it back across for Oliver Kaski. Now played ahead by Dominik Kubalik. For Ondrej Palat, Kubalik's had an eventful day. His wife gave birth to a child this morning. Now a chance in front, rolled wide by Ondrej Palat. Plays that back, Jan Ruta, long shot, that goes just wide. Michael Kempny steps up, and it's hacked by him by Jesse Puljujärvi. Tomaszek, back for Jan Ruta. Stanley Cup winner with the Tampa Bay Lightning twice. Lozhanelik plays it back ahead. Czechs were 8th last year, lost their quarterfinal matchup 3-0 to the United States. The Finns were 7th last year, lost their quarterfinal matchup 4-1 to Canada. Tomasz Kundratek had that knocked away, the former NHLer with Washington.
I figure Finland is probably the right team to deal with this environment. But you have to be under control, you got to be disciplined, all the things that Finland does well. Be challenged to start this game.
This entire country was cheering for Toronto in Game 7 against Boston to get a chance to have David Pastrnak come, but he's still busy with the Bruins.
So you're saying they wanted Pastrnak over David Kampf, who came over quickly?
Well,
fair enough.
Krejcik, long lead pass for Chervenka. Roman Chervenka, the MVP. 2 years ago in this tournament. Led the tournament in scoring. Playing in his 11th World Championship, and he'll be relied upon heavily by the Czechs. Here's Kasha with it. Andre Kasha lays it back down, picked up by Mikko Lehtinen, the good luck charm for the Finns, a gold medalist at the World Junior, the World Championship, and the Olympics. And just won a Swiss League Championship with Zurich. Kempney with it. Up ahead to Palat. Under Palat. In shoots. That was blocked by Lehtinen.
It's a good spot in the neutral zone. Pop it behind that first forechecker in the neutral zone trap of Finland.
Palat puts it in for Kubalik. And offside called against the Czechs. And the crowd roaring with every opportunity here.
Trying to settle into the game is a real challenge for both teams. The energy, the build-up, the anticipation, the noise. It's almost overwhelming. You have to get used to what it feels like to be on the ice, let alone go up against a quality opponent.
It's been noisy in Prague all day
since we've arrived.
Swiss beat Norway earlier here in Prague today, 5-2. Germany beat Slovakia in Ostrava. Tonight, Sweden playing the United States in Ostrava. So 2 heavyweight tilts on the card here tonight on the opening day. Cal Granlund, the Finnish captain. Won a gold medal with the Finns at the 2011 World Championship and in 2022. One of the longest gaps between gold medal wins in the history of this tournament. Olli Mata lays it up ahead for Valtteri Puustinen. Now a centering pass picked off by Camp. Picked back out and moved around by Oliver Kapanen. Here's Kapanen centering it, and Puljujärvi put that wide. Back at the point, that long shot pounded wide by Oliver Kaski. These teams played a pre-tournament game last week in Brno, a couple hours north of here. Finns won it 3-1. Branek has that knocked away. Now stealing it right back is Johan Kondolik. That plays offside at the Finnish blue line.
Some familiar names to North American. Here's Jesse Puljujärvi. He's had a bit of a circuitous journey in his relatively young career. So
he's
much
only
stardom.
25.
It feels like he's around for 10 years. Was so good in the World Juniors a couple years.
He was the MVP in 2016 at the World Junior Championship.
Drafted high, never quite evolved into a point producer in Edmonton.
Maybe played too soon.
Carolina, a brief spell, ended up in Pittsburgh this year.
Been part of the year in the American Hockey League as Kasha moves it ahead. Knocked away by Juuso Riikola. Andre Kasha, an NHL veteran as well, but endured some serious concussion issues while playing there.
I was just excited to see him in the tournament, meaning he's healthy enough to be here because he's always been a good player, just could never stay healthy.
Well, you and I called a number of his games in the NHL, and you cringed every time he got hit.
Every time.
And teammates always concerned as well.
Czechia right now pulling way back. 1-2-2, 1-4 almost.
Saku Maenalainen, another double gold medalist from 2022 Olympics and the World Championship. And Bjornen has that roll away. Finns have 5 who won both that year. Now it's picked off and moved out by Mattila to center ice. Iro Pakarinen slides that back out. Mikko Lehtinen moves out ahead. Lehtinen was the top defenseman of the 2022 World Championship. Also made the Olympic All-Star team that year. Back at the point is Mata. Plays it back across. Lehtinen a shot. That deflected just wide.
He can really shoot it.
Gaska plays it back to Lehtinen. Played a handful of games for Toronto and Columbus a few years ago. Granlund and a tiptoe in. That's knocked away by Libor Hayek. Now Puljujärvi comes streaking in, but knocked away by Branek. Scooped up by Koski. Moved across by Michael Kempney. Kempney was signed to this tournament by Chicago Blackhawks a few years ago, traded to Washington at the deadline and won a cup with the Capitals. No score here in the first period, day one of the 2024 World Hockey Championship.
They're excited to be back. Ready to drop the puck.
Only one shot so far, taken by the Czechs. Koski, world champion for the Finns 2 years ago. Beat Canada in overtime to win the World Championship. Puljujärvi back after it. That was on home ice in Tampere, Finland. Kasha, good play ahead for Lucas Sedlak. Sedlak in, shoots, fired. That just wide. It skips off the glass, up and out of play, but a good look for Lucas Sedlak.
Haven't been many breaks whatsoever. Not a lot of space in this game. Talked about patience. Both teams content to set up in the neutral zone. Not overcommit offensively. Wait for the game to come to them.
Tomaszek for the face-off. Against Arto Huru, who's making his first appearance for the Finns at a senior level international competition. That's very rare for them. Puljujärvi moves it and shoots. He fired that wide. Puistila trying to dig that free. Huru there as well. Squeezes by Pekka Jormaka. He last played the World Championship for the Finns in 2018. A 6-year gap between appearances for him. Plays for Jukurit in the Finnish SM Liga, their top league, coached there by Olli Jokinen. Cam trying to dig that free for the Czechs. Ginas Mackey back to pick it up. It's bumped there by Vojanilik. Stransky trying to dig that out as well. That long shot fired wide by Pakarinen. Cam up for Vojanilik. He skated by the puck. Drops that back for David Kampf.
With all the energy in the building, 9 minutes into the game, there's just one shot on net.
Kempney fires that down, knocked away by Sattery. Kondelik spins away from Puustinen. Kondelik still on it. Plays that back for Spacek. Here's Fleck with it. Jakob Fleck back around for Baranek. Now Baranek throws it back in front, missing on that. Right in front was Kondelik with an open net. Prague knocks that down at center ice and sends it right back down to the finish zone. There's only Mata of the Detroit Red Wings. Lisanen back to pick it up. Ranging back is defenseman Jakub Pejcik, and icing called against the Finns.
The closest chance of the game so far. Von der Leek off some good word from Moranek, who spins and sends it across the net. Lisanen had lost track of Von der Leek, and he's able to find it a little bit ahead of his stick. Would have been a glorious opportunity.
Face-off, one back to Gudas. Radko Gudas' shot, that's blocked. That's a second try, that deflected. And Santeri makes a good save on that. Here's Kasha back with it. Throws it off the back of the net. Sedlak to Kasha. And a sharp angle shot taken there by Pejcik is gloved by Santeri. 9:48 to go in the first period. No score between Czechia and Finland.
Latino brings you the official makeup look we give you the taste. Try it with us also with our virtual nurse. What great smile with your lipstick or your cheery face. Choose your colors as you can. A po tady zkoušet cnotý den, to je pravda, bude slušet. Dobrý večer! Thank you so much, ladies and thank you, Latino, for the virtual mirror.
Midway through the opening period, still no score between Czechia and Finland. Here in Prague, the Czechs will play Norway tomorrow. Those will play Great Britain on Sunday. And again, starting with Finland was the choice of the host country. Czechs set the schedule.
Interesting decision. It's a very tough game.
Tomaszek goes that wide. Jormaka races to it for Finland. Tomaszek takes that away. Got us back up in the corner. Tomaszek trying to work that free. Kubalik in there as well. Riikola off the sideboard, swept back in by Ruta. Ruta, an important but unheralded part of those Tampa Bay back-to-back Stanley Cup winners, as Kubalik puts it wide. Saliarvi slides that back. Back to the point. Kudrovnik, a long shot. Santeri knocks that away. Picked free by Stransky. Back for Kempny. Kempny for Kudrovnik, a long wrist shot, goes off a leg. Bojanilik plays it back in the corner for Kemp. Kempny back with it, just able to hold the line and flip that back in. Stransky plays it back in the corner. Jumping up with Kudrovnik with a chance. That goes just wide. Stransky slams that back down. Checks the middle of a change here.
Tired group of defenders if you can keep it.
Bojanilik back with it. And a pass ahead for Fleck is offside at the finished blue line.
Kudrovnik works the high roll. Gets lost going behind the net as a little pick this lane. He's trying to go far side shelf. Sails it a little bit wide. Yager. What he's thinking is if he only had his curve as big as mine, he would be able to pull that one into the net.
That highlight stick that he used.
Yeah.
Still playing.
Well, still a legend. Always has been.
34 years after he was drafted.
Well, he owns the team in Kladno, so
yeah.
He can play whenever he wants. One of the Czech assistant coaches, Thomas Plekanec, still playing for Kladno.
Yeah.
He plays every game. Plecky does. My former teammates in Montreal, and a very good player internationally for Czechia.
David Spacek fires that back in. Born in Columbus, Ohio, when his dad Yaroslav was playing there. He was a piece of Czech gristle. Bakarinen flips it back out. And Spacek, who plays for Iowa in the American League, was a 5th-round pick of Minnesota a couple of years ago. Lost that puck, and now Lehtinen back with it. In comes Lehtinen. Across to Jaska. Jaska drops it back off for Lehtinen, spins and shoots, and through the traffic, Costello made the save on that. That might be Finland's first shot of the game. We'll see how they score that. Krejcik trying to move that back out. They did not give the Finns credit for a shot there. Kasha up for Sedlak. Sedlak weaving in on Lehtinen. Lehtinen knocks him off the puck. Finland's won the last 2 meetings by shutouts over the Czechs, as Hayek puts that wide.
Given what we've seen through 13 minutes, a low-scoring affair seems to be in order again.
Saw Libor Hayek there a moment ago. His claim to fame in the NHL might have been he was part of one of the biggest trades in the league in the last 10 years. Part of the package that went from Tampa to the New York Rangers for Ryan McDonough and JT Miller. Now loose behind the Czech goal. Puljujarvi plays that back for Risanen. His shot blocked and the puck moved out by Tomasha. Risanen back across to Koski. 6 to go here in a scoreless first period.
Czechia goes the right wing push in the neutral zone here. So if you can attack underneath to Finland's left side, they should get some open ice over there.
Sarajärvi plays it back in. Ruta back to pick it up. Kempny on it. Kampf. Hands up to Strunsky. Who's a Dallas draft pick in 2011. Here's Kampf with it. Snaps that pass rink wide for Ruta. Up ahead to Vojinilek. Cross it goes to Stransky, walking in. Stransky in on the backhand shot. Sattery shoots out the left pad and makes the save. Ruta shoots. And that was blocked in front by Kapanen.
Slippery rush by Stransky, just sliding to the net.
Krejcik fires it back in. Long shoot in. Sattery knocks that away. Here's Fleck with it. Fleck works it free. Back for Connolly. Couldn't get a shot away. Puistila. Bottled up just inside his own blue line. Now it's picked out by Guru. Leaves that back for Jesper Matila. Played 4 years at Boston College. Also played in the infamous 2017 World Junior Championship where the Finns fired their coach on Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve rather.
Happy New Year.
The things spun out of control. Cervenka winds his way in. Cervenka, the Czech captain. Banks that back at the point. A long shot taken there by Spacek, deflects wide.
It's amazing it's one and done though, Gord. Both teams trying to attack the net. If they don't get a look, they just retreat on the rebound. They don't sustain pressure at all.
Back is Kempny to pick it up, and icing called against the Finns. Still looking for their first shot with 3:44 to go in the first.
Well, there you see the closest one. That catches, oh, that's a save there. Looks like got a piece of his arm and the post on a tip. And here was Stransky sliding his way, going back against the green, and puck caroming around. Terry has to fight it off, stretch it out with some help from his defense in front. Stransky, a 6th rounder to Dallas.
Played 3 years for the Saskatoon Blades, spent 4 years in the American League for the Texas Stars before coming back to Europe. Back at the point, Ruta, hard shot, had players from both teams ducking.
Get down.
Tomashev. Flies there with Lehtinen, and now Granlund has it back. Knocked down by Palat. And he goes for Kubalik. On the goal is Palat, who works that free. Now picked out by Kubalik, working in. Poke check there by Mata.
He realized all the numbers he had.
Jaska plays it ahead and bounced away from Pustonen. And here's Kempny back with it. Kempny plays in this arena for Sparta Prague in the Czech Extra League. So does this man Krejcik, who plays it ahead. Borjanilik. That bounce away. Kampf, a little backhand shot was blocked. Here's Krejcik. Long wrist shot that hit the heel of Risanen. And Radko Gudas gloves that ahead and plays goal. 2:32 to go in the first period. No score between Czechia and Finland.
Dámy a pánové, pojďte nám ukázat, jak umíte vložit vaše srdce do hry. Ladies and gentlemen, show us the heart of the game. Tak se pojďte ukázat také vy ostatní. Pojďte nám vykreslit srdíčko. A když si pustím vlastně na ruský to srdce ještě otáhněte kolem dokola.
No score here in Ostrava. Joel Eriksson Ek has scored for Sweden, a 1-0 lead on the United States. Rasmus Risanen moves that back in for the Finns. Loose at center ice, and sliding it back in is Oliver Kapanen, nephew of Sami Kapanen, cousin of Kasperi. His grandfather, Hannu, member of the Finnish Ice Hockey Hall of Fame. Oliver Kapanen, a draft pick of Montreal, a 2nd rounder in 2021. Drops it back for Riikola. Finns do have a shot. Credited late. Sarajärvi looks at, how many times have we seen this? A million?
More than a few.
Plays offside at the Czech line. Just when you think the Finns are getting hemmed in, they got one chance and score.
And they don't mind playing a scoreless game. They don't mind being patient, not forcing plays. Czechia very much the same. They're comfortable in this style of game.
Right.
They don't feel the need to change it.
Right back down to Czech zone. Here's Kempny on it. Michael Kempny.
Bad pass.
Looks ahead for Kasha. That pass misfires. Icing call.
Sailed on him. There's Andre Kasha, who played for Litvinov this year in the Czech league.
First year back in Czechia.
Had a big year. 54 points in 48 games.
Cervenka, the 38-year-old, plays in Switzerland. Two-time Swiss League MVP.
You have a good year, you get to play with Cervenka. Still, he's the premium assignment for line mates.
Cervenka and Pasternak so good together a couple of years ago.
They had their own game going on.
Back of the line, here's Matala. Banks that back down to Menelainen. Free by Bjorninen. That's Bjorninen. Double gold medalist in 2022 Olympics and World Championship. Kempney sweeps that away from Pekarinen. Vidas Mäki leaves that back for Bjorninen. Finns look content to sit on that one shot.
Neither team can generate anything through the neutral zone.
Right.
They can't pass it through, then they get the dump in, they can't get pressure on the forecheck, so you end up running out of options. What are we looking to do here? And it ends up just getting more conservative. And if this is what the crowd is like when nothing's going on in the game,
when somebody scores.
Somebody scores. Lots of icing though, a lot of pressure on defensive zone faceoffs in a tight game.
Face-off control by the Czechs. Gudas after it. And for Anaheim in his 12th NHL season.
Sneaky good player. Everyone thinks of him as being physical and edgy.
Comes by it honestly. As that's pounded back and a shot there by Hayek. Knocked away by Saturday. As time expires here at the end of the second period, Granlund's in it with Gudas. Shockingly.
Gudas recognized there's 2 seconds left. I can just go flying in there and hit somebody. He caught Granlund. Best chance here. Hayek hammers this puck. That's a good save. The cheater, the cuff, just getting a piece to keep it scoreless in a tight defensive game. Finland just one shot after 20 minutes.
It's 10-1 in favor of the Czechs, but no score after the opening 20 minutes on day one of the 2024 World Hockey Championship.
První třetinu branka zatím nepadla, ale ten poměr střel je jednoznačný. Česko přestřílelo Finsko poměrem 10-5. Pojďme se podívat na statistiky a těšte se na přestávku.
Skutý.
Musím, že tady to ten bude krásné. Odvrátí se nám tam něco, pojďme dál, pojďme dál.
first run we're having here at the 2020.
Good luck, boys. Keep it safe. Go. Up. Guys. All good. Hey, time out here. Hey, guys, come on. At least hope it calms down. It's a neutral zone face-up, okay? Okay.
nemusíme moc obávat o ten letitý rekord.
Uvidíme, to je ještě strašně daleko, ale rekord by skutečně mohl padnout. Well, we've seen a wonderful first period of the home team Czechia against Finland, and thank you so much for your support. And we'd like to thank all of you, the Finnish fans that came from Helsinki, from Turku, from all other places in Finland to support your team. And you are part of our local national hockey euphoria, and you are more than valuable guests and a great first period. And we hope that we will make the record here once again. The record in attendance, it was made in 2015, but it's still so far. But once again, you, friends from Finland, thank you so much for joining us.
Já myslím, že v těchto větách a v těchto slovech bylo řečeno naprosto všechno. Gól jsme zatím v tomto utkání neviděli, ale jestli to bude pokračovat na ledě i na tribunách, tak věřím tomu, že na konci toho hracího dne se opravdu všichni tady v aréně budeme radovat.
V kádrech týmů, které se účastní mistrovství světa i národní hokej, jsou mistři světa, olympijští vítězové a v neposlední řadě též šampioni Stanley Cupu. A jeden takový je i ve středu českého národního týmu a myslím si, že se podíváme na to, jak prožíval ty poslední momenty před samotným zahájením šampionátu. Dámy a pánové, Michal Kip.
This tournament is going to be very big. You know, we are a hockey country, I would say. Fans are going to love it. I think every game is going to be sold out. We have really good fans around the country, and can't wait. It's going to be really, really special. I think Finland is always, pretty united. They're playing together as well. They have a really good system, a couple of really good players. It's going to be pretty fast, a lot of battles. So we're going to be ready for them. it's gonna be huge for us to, maybe score first and get the things going from there. I think this now is gonna be really important.
The Czechs now go looking for a winner, and it's there! Fantastic goal!
We said about one game, it's gonna be journey. One day it can be a little bit lower, but next day it can be up again. So it's not gonna be easy, but we are here to stick together.
Well, the hockey fans in Southern Prague is also ultra where the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship is being played, and there is Game 4 of the tournament. And after first period, Sweden is in the lead against the United States. As you can see, things can change in Austria for sure, and we'll be following this game as well. Tolik tedy výsledek z ostravské areny, kde Švédsko zatím vede nad Spojenými státy 1-0. Ten výsledek bude pochopitelně sledovat. Je důležitý pro oba dva týmy, které se utkávají ve svém prvním zápase na mistrovství světa IIHF v hokeji. A my se můžeme podívat na to, jak vypadala první třetina. Tady jsou ty nejzajímavější okamžiky utkání Česko-Finsko.
Děkuji.
Přivítejte tým Česka, tady je domácí tým, chceme slyšet celou arénu, jste tady! And also, please, owners, welcome on the ice. Once again, Team Finland.
Put your hands up, put your hands up.
Hráči týmu jsou zpátky na nové ploše. vy jste zpátky na tribunách, tak pojďte ukázat, že jste také o přestávce načerpali síly. A pojďte pořádně fakt!
Time to wake up and get ready for the second period. That would clean out the sinus cavity.
Literally.
Yeah. So no score in the opening period. There were no penalties called. The shots were 10-1 in favor of the Czechs.
Czechs will feel pretty good about what they had to do. Interesting decision. We didn't get into it too much because he didn't do very much. But Czechia has 3 NHL goaltenders. Peter Mrazek, the veteran. Karl Vejmelka, who's been in Arizona, now Utah.
Yeah.
And the youngest one of them all, Lucas Dostal. And they went to Dostal for the start.
I wonder if you go with Dostal because he played in Finland. He was actually the top goalie in Finland in 2020.
Okay, gentlemen, first, second, prop, play.
You would think they would defer to the experienced guys, but who knows? He's 1 for 1. It's off to a good start.
You always stop what they got on you, so. The teams begin the second period 5-on-5. That clearing attempt.
Sedlak right in the face.
Sedlak up high. He's making his way to the Czech bench. Here's only Mata with it. Mata beats it back across to Lehtinen. Back in the corner for Granlund. At the line, Mata long wrist shot. That goes wide off the end boards. It goes, we saw this in the first game between Switzerland and Norway. The end boards, especially at that end, are very lively. There's a concrete collar, if you want to call it that, around the boards. It seems to make it quite lively on the lower part. This was one of the 2 host arenas for the 2015 World Championship in Czechia, won by Canada. That was the first year that the marketing group that runs this offered a 10 million Swiss franc prize for a team that could go with a perfect 10-0 record. Sidney Crosby arrived late. Bingo. Check, please.
10-0.
Yep.
Off they went. And was that the end of the $10 million prize?
I don't know if it's still offered or not. I'll have to find out, but no one's come close since. I think it had to be 10 regulation wins, too. Vojinilek spins back in the corner, plays that back to Kempny with a shot, hit a leg in front. Brought back out by Jormaka.
Good finish.
Puistula taken down hard. Well, there's not a lot of space out there, is there?
No. The defenders are able to commit heavily to the Czech because they have so much support in behind them.
Paranek. NHL games need more bands.
But when the Saints come marching in the middle of a
Czech-Finland game.
Why not?
Tell you what I do. If I were an NHL team, we had trouble getting fans and trouble getting things going, I'd fly about 1,000 of these people over with drums and say, if you sit down, you're rejected.
Well, that's basically what the LA Clippers are doing in their new building.
Yeah.
They're going to have a fan end. The earlier you arrive, the better your seat you get. Not allowed to cheer for the other team in that section. And then you see Sedlak. A little damage in the mouth. Not going to go anywhere in this game, though.
Sedlak drafted by Columbus. Spent 4 seasons in the NHL with the Blue Jackets, the Avalanche, and Philadelphia. That long shot taken there by Pakarinen. Deflected just wide. Kasha chips it across to Trevenka. Great play to knock it down. And a long shot knocked away by Saturday. Sedlak back out there for the Czechs. Hustle off the puck by Bjornen, who lost his stick. And Makala moves it back out. Jakub Pejček. We want a goal, the fans are chanting. To which the Czech players chant back, so do we.
You're not the only one. We want it more than you.
Tomaszek jumps in. Now a centering pass just missed Kubalik. Ruta walks in and shoots. Satri, a good save there. Pejček back with it. Plays it back in, and that shot pounded wide by Palat. And Tomasic back to pick it up. Kondratek. Out to center ice. Vožinlik busting in. Vožinlik in, shoots, lifted that high. A burst of speed from Daniel Vožinlik, who plays for Trinec in the Czech Extra League. They just won their 5th consecutive league championship. Back at the point, Kondratek a shot that just missed the head of Lehtinen. Some of the radar has been a bit off tonight.
Get it in the general vicinity of the net.
Vožinlik spins that back in the corner. Kondratek had jumped up. Vožinlik shoots, that's blocked. Kondratek, little backhand shot, bouncing around in front, put wide by Kondratek. Inela banks it back down to the Czech zone. That's knocked away by Spacek. Now picked free by Kondratek. This is run and gun compared to what we saw in the first period. Kondratek drops it back off for Spacek. Shoots from a sharp angle. Santori gets an arm on that. And the puck goes up and out of play.
Really good chances. Full offense. This one drifted. Dostal fights it off and bailed out by Spacek on the rebound. And then you mentioned Vožinlik. Vožinlik gets Finland's defenders caught flat-footed, tries to go short side, scoops it a little bit too high. And a lot of close looks, but not quite the finish teams are looking for.
A long time between whistles here in the second period, so hundreds of fans who were stuck waiting to get in for the next whistle
Screaming in now.
Screaming in now. Kempny at the line, plays it back in. Kaski had that swept away. Now Ruta steps back up, chips it neatly for Cervenka. Cervenka spent 1 season in the NHL with Calgary. As Kempny shoots, that goes wide. It was not a great fit for him.
Yeah.
They played him out of position.
Well, they thought he was a centerman, but he's not.
Which is unfortunate.
Bringing in the best centerman not in the NHL, like being able to play center.
Sedlak was taken down, penalty coming, and right away Rasmus Riisanen says a Sedlak dome, but the first power play of the game will go to Czechia.
Chance to open something up here.
Finland, number 2 to tripping.
That would be more of a hook than a trip. And Sedlak, a little tug into his hip there, slow him down. And he made sure the referees understood that he had been hooked.
All right, so the Czechs to the man advantage here. Cervenka had just been on.
This will be Kubalik, who's also had some really big World Championship experiences.
He loves the one-timer.
One-timer, the opposite Ovi office as a lefty. If they can get control, and he will not be shy about letting it go.
Again, just became a new father this morning.
That is quite a game day.
Sorry, honey, I need a nap.
Yeah.
That's not gonna fly.
You're on your own. I gotta go.
At 5:52, just been
Kondratek for Kubalik. Back for Tomasic. Now Tomasic looks back in, but Mata sends it right back down the ice, and Dostal way out to play it.
He likes to play the puck. He scored a goal in the minors.
Yeah,
years ago.
Scored for San Diego in the American League.
He can shoot it.
Kondratek for Tomasic. Up ahead for Palat. Back to Kubalik. Dominic Kubalik scored 30 goals as a rookie for Chicago a few years ago. Takes the return pass. Kondratek for Kubalik. Spins away, walks in, feeds to the goal mouth. That goes just wide. Tomasic drops it back, and Yaska almost off for the races.
Almost big trouble. Yes, almost poke and go.
Inside a minute to go in this Czech power play. Kasha in across the line, jumps in, rings it back around. Cervenka out there along with Sedlak, but it's poked by Spacek and back down the ice. .25 seconds to go in this Czech power play. Spacek drops it back to Kasha. Quickly head to Cervenka. Stansky. Cervenka. Stransky. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Spacek with it for Cervenka. To the goal mouth he goes. Sedlak drops it back. Kasha in, shoots. Has to be the save. And there's no rebound as Riisanen steps back on. Still no score here in the second period in Prague.
Game on for the Shootout fans of the game battle. Stand the QR code that nobody on this managing app. You participate in the goal for fan of the game. Chcete se zúčastnit volby fanouška zápasu, také nasvějte QR kód, který právě vidíte na velké kostce a stáhněte si oficiální IIHF aplikaci, abyste mohli hlasovat. Stačí právě teď natýřit svůj mobilní telefon na kostku, vstoupit do oficiální aplikace IIHF mistrovství světa v lední hokej a můžeme se vrhnout na souboj fanoušků. Let the battle begin! A pojďte hlasovat pro nejlepšího fanouška. Let's start it out on the official IIHF. Okay, show us some emotions. Ukaž emoce toho jméno.
No score here in Prague between Czechia and Finland. And Ostrava, Lucas Raymond of the Detroit Red Wings has scored to make it 2-0 Sweden over the United States. Scored an Alex Lyon, his Detroit teammate.
One of the unique parts about this tournament, teammates going head to head.
By the way, I said a minute ago it was a 10 million Swiss francs, 1 million Swiss franc prize for Canada.
I like 10 a lot more.
Well, it's 10 times more actually, but
fair enough.
There's a 1 million Swiss francs was the prize for a perfect record. A gentleman from the marketing company quickly corrected me on that.
Did Sid call you? Like, actually, no, we only split the one.
Winning the gold medal here for the federation involved is worth just over $1 million Canadian, about 1 million Swiss francs. Now, some of that goes to pay for the cost of coming. So for North American teams, it's higher. There's also insurance for NHL players has to be paid, but still, it's a pretty substantial chunk of money to be put back into development of players.
Yeah, I remember when I played the World Championship, when we came fourth, lost the bronze medal game, and whatever the money that Hockey Canada received, it just went back to Hockey Canada and went back into those grassroots programs. And the sort of programs we all benefited from to get to be able to play in this tournament was the thought.
13-2, the shots on goal in favor of Czechia in a scoreless second period.
2 shots. What happened through the game?
Inala.
Shoot the puck on net. Just pad the stats a little bit. It's funny, Gord. You'd think, listen, shots don't mean anything, but when it's 13-2 and you play 28 minutes, you get on the bench, you're thinking, we got to get the shot clock to 9. But we just have to. So that shot from the blue line will never go in. Not even a great play decision. We're like, that's what we're going to do because we need a couple shots.
They're counting that one as a shot.
It would have gone in had he not, going up in there. Shot's a shot. Not helping the expected goals at all. That'd be a 0% chance of going in.
11.5 to go here in the second. Puljujärvi.
A couple of big bodies.
Yeah. And Judas going at it. Palat shoots and Santry knocks that away. I mentioned Leo Gudas, right? Because his dad, he was a hazardous player in his day. Coached Kuwait last year in Division 4.
is amazing.
Here's a lead pass now for Sedlak, moving in, knocked away by Lehtinen. And Kasha winds back in. Kasha tries to drop that back. And by the way, Division 4 is not fourth from the top. There's about 7 divisions between them. There's 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B. Like, it's a long way down to 4. Kuru winds in. Hayek steps into him. Mata plays it back in. And now Jormika flips it back ahead, and that's quickly gloved by Dostal. And now Manalainen's going to stick up with Hayek. Referees are Mikael Holm from Sweden, Anders Ensens from Latvia.
There's this long stretch pass, little touch and go, and Sedlak is off to the races, but I don't think he realized he has Cervenka. He pulls this safely to his backhand. You see Cervenka in behind him. He had room to drag the defender over, then slide it through.
Lehtinen got a stick on it.
But he presented it to Lehtinen because he thought he was trying to get a breakaway on his own. Lehtinen shaking his head that he even let Sedlak split him.
And Jukka Jalonen, the head coach of this Finnish national team, have a long history together. Jalonen, a Finnish coaching legend. Big free by Vojanilik. Spins and shoots. That's off the stick of Bjorn, and then up and out of play. 9:26 left here in the second. Still looking for our first goal. Coming up at 9:30 local time here in Prague, the opening day of the 2024 World Hockey Championship. Last time the Czechs won a medal on home ice was in 1992, a bronze. They're hosting for the 11th time in the country's history, which includes their time as Czechoslovakia.
It's a lot of pressure, a lot of attention for a team that has to scrap and have things go well to get a medal right now.
33 Czechs play in the NHL this year. As Jaska moves in. There's a ton of Finns playing key roles for NHL teams in the playoffs right now.
Barkov, a tidy 4-point game the other night for Florida.
Roope Hintz for Dallas.
4-point game last night.
Miro Heiskanen.
It's not bad. Well, the Dallas is well represented. Several Finns.
Yeah, Carolina too. No shortage of them.
Well, those guys might be available sooner than later.
I think the Finns are full up though, or close to it. As that play is called offside at the Czech line. You named 22 skaters and 3 goaltenders.
And once you activate 22.
And the Finns are full.
Okay.
So they can't add anyone.
Aho or Teravainen or anybody coming over. sometimes teams carry 22, but only activate 20 just in case.
And that's what seems like the Swiss have done.
All right, Matt Sundin flying over, I think, for the final only, after the Leafs had gotten knocked out of the playoffs.
Good look back across the line. That's knocked away. Don't tell these fans it's a low event game.
High events in the stands.
Tomasek fires it back in. Safri knocks that away from Kubalik, who was rushing in. Mata. Off for Inala. Yuri Inala. Plays that back to Olli Mata. That shot goes off the foot of Tomasek, and that staggered him. Here's Gudas back on it. Lead pass goes to Palat. Mata plays it back across to Huru. That rolls down and loved by Dostal. And now Mata. It was Sedlak who's had a busy evening so far.
A couple ice bags and this is all done.
Here's some dental work.
Sedlak is a big physical player. He didn't like the way he was shoved into the net from Olli Mata. But Finland is still looking for... They kind of had a tip bounce around and got close to the post one time, but they haven't had a good chance in this game. Dostal hasn't had to make a good save yet.
Right.
We are 32 and a half minutes in.
Now loose behind the Czech goal. Not sure if Puisla was thinking about a lacrosse goal there, but trying to center it. That's knocked away by Spacek.
What's called Granlund scoring a lacrosse goal in this tournament.
Yeah, up comes Kasha with Cervenka. Kasha shoots him a sharp angle. Satri knocks that away. Harry Satri 5-0 at the Olympics in 2022. A .962 save percentage. As Puisla moves it ahead. Centers it, drop back. Huru shoots, put it wide. And Puljujarvi got tangled up there with Dostal.
That was either the luckiest or greatest one-touch pass I've ever seen from Puljujarvi. On his backhand, put it right on the tape.
Matala back with it. By the way, Satri was not the tournament's top goaltender. Patrick Rybar of Slovakia was.
Right.
As they won a bronze medal. To which you could ask, what more does someone have to do?
Play on a worse team.
Bank back down to the Czech zone. Kondratek back to pick it up. 15-5 the shot. In favor of Czechia. That skipped just wide on Saturday. Saturday played a handful of games in the NHL. 6 games in 4 years. But most of the time in the American League. San Jose traffic in 08. But most of the time with Florida. Kondratek tries to throw it back in front. Puck bouncing, and Sanford didn't see it for a moment. It was sitting right outside the goal line. Able to get his catching glove down. 5:42 to go here in the second.
Dámy a pánové, fandíte naprosto fantasticky a proto vás nedoměníme. Tady jsou nabitá trička a my jdeme si vás, ale pouze tam, kde budete nejvíc slyšet. Jednotný sletí a nabíjíme další. Dávejte pozor! Tak a ještě jedno tričko pro vás!
.42 to go here in the second period. No score. Still 2-0 Sweden in the United States and Austria. So 2 heavyweight collisions on the opening night of the tournament.
All that offense on the U.S. team hasn't found a way to get one.
That Swedish defense isn't bad. That might be their Olympic defense.
Almost. Ekholm will be added too, but that's
Carlson, Hedman,
Darlene Brody. That's your top 4.
Koski trying to dig that free for the Finns. Throws down Palat.
Battle, just battles on the boards.
Oh.
It's exhausting just to watch. Just desperate to find some open ice and somewhere to skate freely for a second.
Gudas across to Kempney, who led all players in the first period in minutes played, up around 8. Bouncing puck, Tomaszek couldn't knock it free, now does. David Tomaszek. Walks across the top, holds, moves in and shoots, hit the goal post. Bouncing puck in front, Suttery has it. And Tomaszek came that close to getting the game's first goal.
It's a good idea when you can walk across the top. Finland is trying to hand him off from player to player, and it's a tough transition to make. Bangs around, people in front. Terry takes it off the mask and into the feet. Riisanen. And that's been a couple pucks where Suttery is not quite sure where they are on the rebound.
Now Spacek a shot that rockets off the stick way up and out of play.
If you're Czechia, I mean, you're 17-5. It's been an incredible game for them.
Right.
Against one of the real tournament favorites in Finland, and they've controlled play.
Now Palat shoots, that deflects wide. Andre Palat from New Jersey, played his 12th NHL season this year. Remember when he was one of the triplets with Nikita Kucherov and Tyler Johnson?
Early days down in Norfolk, and then they got called up. And
went to the Stanley Cup final in 2016. There's Pavel, the president of Czechia. Big hockey fan.
It's a national event. It's a big deal in Czechia that they're hosting a tournament.
You know, it's not that long ago that Czechia, then the Czech Republic, was the dominant nation in men's hockey in the world. The '98 Olympic champions. At one point, they were the reigning Olympic, 2-time men's, and 2-time World Junior champions, all in the early 2000s.
It's almost surprising that they could have got 2 juniors in a row. The Olympic, they had Dominic Hasek, so.
Yeah. Well, they won the 2000 World Junior in one of the worst hockey games ever played.
Somehow how you really feel about it.
It was scoreless through 3 full periods and overtime. The Czechs won the shootout, where I think they dumped it in there too. Long shoot in his glove by Dostal. That was, you know, really, both teams just had 5 guys skating backwards all the time. It was.
Well, back then you could kind of play the game that way. The rules and the skill would let you do it. Now, not so much. It's hard to play all defense all the time, even if that's what you want to do.
But yeah, I mean, it was Hasek. It was, I mean, Jágr was
Jágr,
arguably,
Straka, Robert Long, Hammerlich.
Yeah.
All those guys.
Marty Straka.
Yeah.
Robert Reichel.
Oh, yeah, he was good. Boy, he was good internationally.
It's in the IIHF Hall of Fame. 3 to go here in the second. Zach Werenski has scored for the United States. Now 2-1 Sweden. The United States has one of its better lineups we've seen at the World Championship. Captained by Brady Tkachuk of the Ottawa Senators. There's Gudas. Up to center ice, banked in by Fleck. across the point, drifts wide. Gudas was thinking of stepping up, but Menelainen bangs it in, chipped out by Pekarinen. And Gudas back to pick it up. He was drafted in 2010 by Tampa. Steve Eisman was the GM, and he said to their chief scout, "Did his dad play? Is he the son?" They said, "Yeah." Oh, I hated that guy.
Good pick.
Palat jumping up. Gudas was a third-round pick that year.
Imagine him in his 1 year in the WHL in Everett, making a lot of friends.
Kubalik drops it back. Ruta, shot that deflects wide. Now chip back in front. Suddenly reaching back. Palat with a chance. He scores! Andre Palat blows the roof off the building.
Finally get one. It's more work at the top, confusing Finland's coverage, and Santrai losing track of the puck. Tomasik getting to it, and from behind the goal line, Palat stays with it and shoves it out. Look at Santrai's head. He doesn't know where the puck is. He's having a hard time following it, and then he drifts too far away, and quick hands by Andre Palat to open the scoring. And the Ags approve of that one. And the conversation with the Finnish bench.
Hang on a second here. Hold all tickets. Jukka Jalonen.
I don't think there was any offside-related issues. They're trying to talk to their...
The assistant coach I don't think his video coach can hear him. His
mic might not be working.
So he's indicating with his hands, do we challenge?
Yeah, and then he got, yes, they're going to. Yeah, they got this hand signal because the earpiece isn't working. So they gave him the box with the finger saying, send it.
Play little charades.
Yeah, sounds like challenge.
Team Finland requested coach challenge.
For what?
Well, that would be part of the issue in not hearing the directive from the video group.
But you've got to tell the official exactly what you can't just
goal
challenge.
Interference? Is it offside? What are we doing here? Maybe it's goal interference. Nothing there. Nothing there. Right here. Nothing there.
Are they saying Tomasik?
Tomasik is their only chance.
So Tomasik is 90. Oh boy.
After video review, the on-ice decision is overturned. No goal, depending on goaltender.
Oh boy. And now they're going to show it on the scoreboard, and they're going to blow the roof off this building again.
Wow. Kudos to the video group and the Finnish video guys.
and their charade skills. They are not showing it
wisely
on the video board.
Wait for intermission. We don't need anything on the ice.
Wow.
What a swing. Could have been a goal on a power play. Now it's all tied up again. Like at some point the goalies, you know, we are playing hockey. Pucks are in there, sticks are in there. You're battling so hard. I don't think he stopped them from making the save.
In comes Kasha now. Kasha drops it back for Sedlak. Poke check there by Koski. Picked up by Cervenka for Sedlak. Flips it back in front. Santeri knocks that away. Kasha tries to center it. And Puljujärvi picks it up now for Finland. Esa Puljujärvi up for Inala. Boy, they're all primed for the celebration here. The place was going off. Here's Gudas back with it. Got to thread that pass ahead for Camp. That pass misfired, icing called against Czechia.
A real swing moment. The TSN turning point right there, the challenge. As Finland still stuck on just 6 shots for the game. Deserve to be trailing, but with a successful challenge are not.
Goals are hard enough to come by in this game without a video review.
Good luck. And if that's the standard, Ryan Smith going into the International Ice Hockey Hall of Fame.
He might not be for that.
He would think that should count.
It often did in this case.
Yeah.
Stransky sends it in. Here's Lehtinen. Playing it back around. Picked up there by Jormaka. In comes Pusila. Drops it back for Mata. Olli Mata in front of Michael Kempney. Drops that back for Lehtinen. Back into Mata. Jormaka. Mata shoots. That goes wide up the other side for Lehtinen. Time winding down here in the second period. A little cold shoulder there from Puistila. Throws that back to Lehtinen. He shoots. That was blocked by Asquali Vojinovic. Now Lehtinen shoots. That broke the stick of Camp in half, and the teams will go to the dressing room scoreless after 40 minutes, after it appeared for moments as though the Czechs had opened the scoring.
Finland will feel fortunate at the opportunity to be tied, and the Czechs will be disappointed that they haven't been more opportunistic on the chances they've been able to create.
No score through 2 at the 2024 World Hockey Championship in Prague.
Let's see what Bird will bring us, and we're ready for the intermission program. Thank you so much for joining us here at the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship.
mistrovství světa ve Finlandu. Raiffeisenbank, samozřejmě.
A nyní prosím, polibte nevěstu.
Game box. If a puck flies to the stand, please report it to the closest steward. You will receive an official game puck in return.
Chcete-li se zúčastnit volby fanouška zápasu, tak naskrejte QR kód, který právě vidíte na velké kostce a stáhněte si oficiální IIHF aplikaci, abyste mohli...
After video review, the on-ice decision is overturned. No goal, depending on goaltender interference.
In 1, 2, 3, team!
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, team! Thank you. Hey, guys. Hey! Guys, if I blow the whistle, stop! It's a good game right now.
If a puck flies to the stand, please report it to the closest steward. You will receive an official game puck in return. Stand, please report it to the closest steward. You will receive an official game puck in return. Stand, please report it to the closest steward. You will receive an official game puck in return.
When was the last time Finland hosted the IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship? And you see four options: 97 or a millennium, this current 2003, 13 or 23. Last 3 seconds for your answer. You must be quick and also right. And you can see it was exactly a year ago in Tampere when Finland was the host country and 121 correct answers. Let's go for a second question. And be quick and right. Have Czechia won the IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship 3 times in a row? Well, yes or no? It's quite easy. 10 seconds to go. If it's no, press no. If it's yes, press yes. Final 3 seconds. And the dominance of Czech hockey exactly 1999, 2000 and 2001. That was our hat-trick exactly 23 years ago. And the final question of this quiz that will decide the winner. When was the first time that ice hockey was played at the Olympic Games? 3 options: 1896, 1912, 1920, or 1932. Maybe the most difficult one and a very tricky answer. The second is gone, time is up, and it was 1920. Only 65 correct answers. Congratulations, that was our quiz, and we'll wait for our winner, who was right and who was the quickest as well. A tady je vítěz Verča a 2736 bodů. Drahá Verčo, cenu si můžete vyzvednout na informacích hned za sektorem 101. Gratulujem. And performing also the Australia game of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. As you can see, after 2 periods, Sweden is in the lead 3-1 against the United States. A great game is being played, and we will follow it because also is part of the World Championship. But now, back to Prague Arena. Vracíme se zpátky do Pražské areny a pojďme se podívat na to nejdůležitější z druhé třetiny.
Je za námi minimálně dalších 20 nás ještě čeká. Tak do třetice, pojďte dneska ukázat, že jste tady. Praho, chci vás slyšet!
Who's going to break through here in the third period or beyond? 40 minutes of scoreless hockey. The Czechs thought they had one in the second period. It was called back due to goalie interference. Lucas Dostal has faced just 6 finished shots in the Czech goal. Harry Santeri thought he was beaten once, but he has stopped all 17 he's faced. And on to the third we go. In Ostrava, now a 3-1 lead for Sweden on the United States. Marcus Johansson has scored. Lehtinen back to pick it up, being shouted by Cervenka. And Radko Gudas steps up, but he sends his man flying.
The Gudas special right there, trying to step up and missing.
As Granlund went down, and so the Finns get a power play. Their first. Early in the third period as Gudas goes off.
This is always the danger in trying to play defense moving forward. And Gudas is trying to step up on a loose puck. You don't get there first, you got to stick something out. Leg, backside, ankle, whatever it is, and it's going to look like a trip. That call can be made every time.
And the Finnish trademark has been, in successful World Championship years, a very good power play. Now remember, 10 of these Finns are playing in their first World Championship. But there's this belief that comes with Finnish teams. Doesn't seem to matter who you put in the uniform. They play the same way. Here's Camp with it. Kills penalties for a living in the NHL, but the clearing attempt knocked down by Lehtinen. A hard shot taken there by Puustinen. Is gloved by Dostal.
Same principles apply. If you get the puck, you have to get it out. Can't need fans on the clear. Puustinen to tee one up. Probably the hardest shot Dostal has faced the whole night. Not a bad idea to get a whistle, though. An offensive zone face-off on the power play is a great way to start with possession.
Granlund for the draw against Pondeli. He wins that cleanly. Back to Lehtinen. Lehtinen back to Granlund. To the goal mouth he goes to Puustinen. To Granlund. Banks that back to Lehtinen. Granlund has a look. Played back across by Pekarinen. Lehtinen shovels it across to Granlund, walks in and shoots off the goalpost off the inside of the pipe. Racing to it is Jormaka. Ruta stepped into him. Puck loose now in the corner. Racing to it and setting it down the ice is Kempney. And once again, the entryways are full of fans waiting to get back in. You want to test the patience? Try a beer line in Czechia. Puljujärvi plays it back around. Racing to it is Kapanen. Plays that back across. And slapped back down the ice by Krejcik. Final seconds now, the Finnish power play. Puljujärvi up ahead to Puistila. And Gudas steps back on, no damage done. And the game remains scoreless. Here's Gudas playing left wing for a minute. Winds in, throws that towards the goal. Santeri makes the stop. Hayek comes in for it. Czechs have 3 defensemen on the ice at the moment.
I know we're defense first, but at some point, Hornum's got to get off the ice, no? Gudas finally makes his change.
Hayek plays it back across for Kudratek. Riikola to the line. Ruta, a hard shot. He ripped that high. Sarajärvi to Riikola. And pass this was Manalainen, an icing call against the Finns.
I don't think of Granlund as a real shooter of the puck, more of a passer, but see, Dostal has to lean a little bit left to look around Pakarainen, and puck goes right, beats him clean right off the bar and out. And Granlund has 60 points this year, but only 12 goals, so he very much is a passer. He showed he can still sling it.
For a San Jose team that really struggled to score.
That's a pretty good year in that San Jose team. Did they score 160 goals the whole season?
But they won where it mattered. They got the draft lottery, so.
Well, if they're gonna be bad, be real bad.
Don't be a little bad. Moved in by Lehtinen. Kampf banks it back across for Ruther. That pass got away from him. It's held by Olli Mata. Long shoot it. Knocked in by Dostal. Puustinen. Tied up in the corner. Mata steps back. Olli Mata played more through 40 minutes than any player in either team. Here is Kempny with it. Up at the motion, Nilek. And Fleck negates the icing. If he gets in there first, Suttary had to play it away from him. On the lead. Lays it behind the goal. Puustinen waiting for it. Winds in, shoots from a sharp angle. Suttary the save. Fleck back on it. Knocked down by Puustinen. Quickly ahead for Jari Inla. And now Granlund slaps it back down to the Czech zone. Oh, and a big hit there on Krejcik by Puljujärvi. Spot check with it. Banks it off the boards and back out to the finish zone.
Good no call. Riisanen lifted his stick up to go for an icing. Gonna try to play it at least a little bit.
Koski to Puljujärvi, chips out ahead to Kapanen. Now Puljujärvi back around. Picked up by Kasha. Cervenka tried to chip that ahead and does for Sedlak, but it's knocked away by Saarijarvi. And Kapanen comes back the other way. Straightened up by Gudas right in front of the Czech bench.
Is it a time when you're going a little bit backwards instead of straight on?
Lead pass for Puistila, shoots, and Dostal makes the stop on that.
You're going to want to be careful in these scrums. In a scoreless tie game in the third period, you don't want to be taking the extra penalty. You're trying to, and we're going to get 4-on-4.
Yeah, Kash is going off along with Kuru.
So.
Czechia, number 73. Finland, number 7, 2 minutes each, roughly. Keep on going, 5-on-5.
But it's 5-on-5. Yeah.
That right now.
Well, Dostal makes the stop, and now some more pushing and shoving. This is Kempny and Pakarinen into it.
And the more this sort of mounts on every whistle, the more likely it is the referees will take just one player.
Right, that's the one you got to watch. That's the
easiest way to stop it, because nobody wants to be the singular player headed to the box.
Right. And the problem with that, Mike, as you well know, is now you take one guy out after all these scrums. Now you take one out.
That's exactly what the reaction would be. You know, the referees could go to the bench in the next commercial timeout and say, "Hey, next time we're taking one."
Palat winds in, chips it back across, knocked away by Pakarinen. But Smaki bumps that back. Play for Tampere. They finish SM Liga. They won the league championship for the 3rd straight year. Coached this year by Rikard Gronberg, the Swede. So guided them at the Olympics, won a world championship.
He's coaching in Finland.
Yeah, he left. He was in Switzerland. He left there. And you know, to go into a job where they've won the last 2 championships, pretty daunting. But he delivered on a 3rd.
Rikard Gronberg always has a pretty confident demeanor.
Yeah, he's, you know,
believes in himself.
He's a guy that will get a look, I think, in the NHL at some point.
Sticks are snapping left and right.
I know, another broken one for Kemp. He's broken a couple tonight.
I don't know if they got dried out and they flight over or something, but they are not holding up very well.
Wojciech plays that back in. Tampa to the side of the last 2 gold medal games at the World Championship. Everybody up here, and the line here is if you are not hopping, you are not Czech. And wait till they do it on the subway tonight. Granlund centers it, posted in a shot, that's just wide. Granlund comes back in. Oh, he thought about it.
So did I.
Granlund try to bank that back, goes off the skate of Kondalik.
You've seen Phil Forsberg do it enough times.
Yeah. Rolling puck picked up by Puljujärvi, drops it back, and that shot taken by Inola goes off a stick. Up and out of play. 12.5 to go here in the 3rd period. Still no score between Czechia and Finland.
Fandíte skvěle a je vidět, že pohyb vám nevadí. A už jsme tady dneska jenom nedostačili. Tak to pojďme udělat teď. Ještě jednou. Během celé komerční přestávky budeme posměru hodně lidí ručiček. Po vaší levé ruce. Začínáme se českou brankou. Jdeme na to.
Been a spectacular atmosphere here in Prague tonight. Earlier today, Switzerland beat Norway here 5-2. Germany beat Slovakia 6-4 in Ostrava. Right now in Ostrava, Sweden and the United States 3-2. Brock Nelson scored to draw the United States within 1. Kubalik chips it ahead. And Cervenka watching Risanen closely. Kaski. Sedlak lost an edge as Kaski moves in and banks it back around for Inola. Inola tied up by Kempny. And Puljujärvi jousting there with Gudas. Here they go again in the corner. And Gudas just bowls over Puljujärvi. Kapanen back with it. For Risanen. Steps around Cervenka, that's picked off by Gudas with a dangerous play in front. Almost lost the puck to Inola. Now a skipping puck at center ice, knocked down by Kaski. Down by Vili Puljujärvi. Knocked free by Stransky. Move back down to the finish zone as Palat goes after it. Palat thought he'd scored late in the 2nd period, but the Finns challenged for goaltender interference. And the goal was called back. Stransky with it. In for Palat. He's knocked down. Oh, that was close. Sorry, Yarby got a hand on him there.
He lost body position, got his hand and stick caught up in Palat's feet.
Bojanilik jumps in across the line, moves it and shoots. Rolling puck. Suttery quickly grabs that and hangs on, and they're not happy here in Prague.
No. And it's the look of it. And I mean that's usually called a trip or a hold.
The referee was
right there. Could not be any closer. Great look at it. You're gonna call it in the first period, you should call it in the third period.
That is kind of the mandate.
And generally speaking, they do that in this tournament. You don't often see them sort of put the whistles away.
Pakarina chips it back in. He scored a power play goal in overtime against Canada a couple years ago to win in Tampere. Bojanilik moves around Pakarina. Now picked up by Fleck. Bojanilik stays on it. Fleck comes in to help out. Here's Kampf with it. David Kampf back at the point. Good as a long shot. That deflected just wide. Kudu has that knocked away. Slipped back down the ice. And Gudas. Nope. Can't get it right. He tried. He threw the anchor out. The puck wouldn't cooperate. Big pass for Baranek. Lies there with Mata. On the lead, fell into the end boards. Jaska with it. Winds in. Jaska's got some room and shoots. Tostel makes the save. Is able to hang on. 9:17 to go. Still looking for our first goal here in Prague.
Well, the Irish hockey fans, the attendance here in Prague Arena is once again amazing indeed between Czechia and Finland in the number will surprise you. Dámy a pánové, je obrovskou cílou známit, že utkání Česko-Finsko v Pražské aréně sleduje 17 413 diváků. Děkujeme! Thank you all for passionate support and contributing to the fabulous atmosphere. More than 70,000 people in the arena. Thank you so much, Stefani!
To go in regulation time here in Prague.
Key word, because the smart money's on overtime.
Valtteri Puustinen split this year with Wilkes-Barre of the American Hockey League and Pittsburgh. That's dropped back and Kempney with a chance, goes over the glass and out.
Third period, just no action around the net.
You see Michael Kempney there, and you think about in the last decade or so, all the players have been signed out of this tournament. Artemi Panarin, by far the biggest name, but Kempney was a useful player. Gerard Belmar, signed by Philadelphia.
Zilleberg from Norway signed with Tampa, played a regular shift in the playoffs.
The drop kick shoots, bouncing around in front. Suttery makes the save as Chervenko was standing in front, but not for long. He was knocked down by Rissanen.
Finally, some action near the front of the net off of one draw. Good support from Kasha. Chervenko slides all the way in there. He's all alone. And a bouncing super ball of a puck works its way in to Satory. And Kasha gets a piece, then another. Oh, and it just bounces into the pads. Stay out.
Face-off won by the Finns. Inola jumps it across the line for Kapanen. Feeds it back across for Kaski. Back in front for Kapanen. Couldn't get a stick on it. Now he fires it wide. Here's Puljujärvi on it. Bumped there by Kubalik. Kapanen. Fed back across to Kaski.
Look at the 10 and 2 skating.
Look at that. I'm not sure if Crosby was the first, probably not, but
Darling was the one that the older generation would refer to. Sid has taken it to another level for the current generation.
We saw Finnish GM Jari Lehtonen before the game, who looks like he could throw a pair of skates right now and kill a penalty.
I got Hives looking at him. He was a nightmare to play against.
He would fit right into a game like this.
He's probably smiling. Perfectly executed game plan.
Bojanelli trying to knock that free. Now racing up is Krejcik. The last played the World Championship 6 years ago for Czechia. Bojanelli. As that pass picked off, and it's bumped back out by Puistila. And Krejcik comes back on him. Gudas spins away and allows the change to be completed. Gudas snaps that pass ahead for Baranek. That's knocked away. Kondolik plays it back down to the finish zone. Inside 7 to go in regulation. Still no score here. Czechs have not scored in their last 3 games against Finland. Lehtonen plays it back down to Pakarinen. Heinalainen for Pakarinen to the side of the goal. That's picked off by Kondolik. And here is Kempny with it. Kempny.
Finland barely getting their players on the offensive side of center. But they turn you over.
It is a picket fence you run into. And then
you get an icing and a change and an offensive zone faceoff, and take your chances. So far, the best players in the game have been the goaltenders, and Tattari certainly has been the busier of the two. He's had a couple near chances. He's fought the puck a little bit on the rebounds, but the defense in front of him and some desperation saves and some good fortune has kept Czechia off the board. But both these teams had a decision to make in net. They could have gone any one of 3 ways.
Right. I mean,
there's no real wrong decision, but it looks like both coaches chose well today.
There's Kaski, a shot, hit a leg in front, still bouncing there. Ruta almost lost his helmet, which would have meant he had to leave the ice, but he managed to keep it on. Jaska walks out of the corner, walks right in and shoots, and Dostal makes a glove save on Juha Jaska. 5:46 to go, and still no scoring in Prague.
První karta ukazuje priece, tak jaká bude druhá. Nižší, tak se pojďme podívat, jestli druhá karta bude nižší, pokud ano, jedeme dál, je tam 100. A na to víme, že 100 je nejnižší možný. Tak jaká bude třetí karta? Třetí karta pomalu nebude vyšší. Jsou tam 2000. Tak hlavu, ještě jeden krok a tenhle bod může být tvůj. Co zvolíš na poslední kartu? Nižší než 2000. Pojďme se na to podívat. Je tam 1000. Tady máš boha a tady je Bobové, se kterými se můžeš vyfotit. Velký potaz pro Lauru.
Not anything would be possible without the help of the most important people. And it's a case of
6:46 to go here in the third. Shots are 21-12 in favor of Czechia. Last year, Finland did not win a medal in any of the top men's competitions, the World Championship, the World Junior, or the Under-18. That was the first time since 2012 that happened to them. We're so used to them being...
Right, they almost can be excused because they've been so consistent. Churning out different kind of teams, different star, driven or not. Always in the mix.
And we mentioned right now there are Finns playing starring roles in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
You wouldn't want to play them in a best on best. That would be a difficult matchup.
Yeah, 1-20, they're as good as anybody, aren't they? Strangely, what they don't have right now, you could argue, is a superstar goalie. That was always the key to their success, but they don't have one now. UC Saros.
It would be... Canada would take him.
You know what? Spins that back in, Puljujärvi on it, throws it back in front. Now brought back out by Stransky. Stransky. Knocked off stride by Inland, a simmering pass, Camp turned away point blank by Saturday. There's Lehtinen with it. Mikko Lehtinen. Fires that back in, played down by Kapanen. Inala slides it back to Lehtinen, long wrist shot just missed. Mata drops that back to Jormaka. Now Kempney back with it inside 4 to go in regulation. Back down to the finish zone as Mata goes back to pick it up. Look high off the glass. Back is Spacek to pick it up. Kasha. Drops it back. Sedlak couldn't reach it. Moved back around by Pakarinen. 3 to go in the third.
Sums up the game right here.
Now wait a minute.
What
it's going to take 2. He's going to take...
Hang on. He's taking 4 players for penalties here? I've never seen this before. Are they getting a 4-pack delay of the game? This is outrageous.
For sure, Krejcik is going. And
he pointed to 4.
He did. Maybe point each guy twice.
Finland, number 48. Czech Republic, number 36. 2 minutes each. Delaying the game. We play 5-on-5.
You can do this when it's 5-on-5. As we take a look at the best chance of the game, maybe for Czechia. Really good passing and strong straight from Stransky. Gets over to Camp, and Satri gets across and gets out off the goal line. So they're all scrummed up here. It's hard to really blame anyone. They're all on top of the puck.
So it did look like he pointed 4 times. He was just pointing twice at each guy.
Now, if either of those players are players that log a ton of minutes, or you want to play potentially in overtime. There's overtime, they'll get out before that, but the last couple of minutes of the game, I've never seen that call before.
Here's Kempney. Slides it back across the Ruta, chips it back in the corner looking for Palat. He steps into Mata. Granlund chips it ahead, but reaching back to pick it up is Tomaszek. Kempney to Palat. Kempny goes racing back, takes a whack there from Jaska, but finds Kubalik with it. Kubalik got his pocket picked by Granlund. Away comes Mikael Granlund. Walks in, waves, trying to thread that back in front of the goal post early in this period. Now it skips away from Mata, bounces right to Kubalik. In comes Dominic Kubalik, rolling puck, he shoots, and it flutters into the glove of Saturday. Minute 45 to go in the third. Puljujarvi chips it ahead. And back to pick it up is Hayek. An icing called against the Finns. Face off back down to their zone.
One more time, a good neutral zone forecheck, forces a turnover, forces the ice.
Here's the difference that you'd notice watching the NHL as opposed to European hockey. In the NHL,
top line would be coming out.
The coach put his top line out. So you'd see the Cervenka line come out here for the offensive zone face-off after the icing.
Not sure why he wouldn't do more of that. Looking for a goal to win the game.
Puck into the Finnish bench. It is a difference that's...
Now, if you're a third or fourth line player, you like that. Because you get more of a regular shift. You're not sort of catering to the...
They tend not to lead, you know, they wouldn't play a defenseman 30 minutes for the most part. They wouldn't, they don't match lines nearly as much. It's just a different philosophy here. Same thing with TV timeouts.
Yeah, they don't load up with the top guys after timeouts.
Right. Most top NHL coaches put their top line on the ice after a TV timeout.
I wonder if with national teams, if the disparity in talent is tighter, so that the top line is not so much the top line.
Now, meantime, we got an injured player for Finland. Maina was knocked down in front of the Finnish bench. And he was clutching his left shoulder right away.
Radko Gudas was the Czech player closest, drawing the attention. Nothing wrong with what Gudas did there. He just ducked to stay out of the hit. Hopefully he's okay. Falls awkwardly on that shoulder. That was just a protective move by Gudas. Nothing wrong with that. He jumps right into the debate with Puljujärvi, and I don't think he's worried about offending anyone in that conversation.
Here comes the Cervenka line for the offensive zone faceoff.
There we go. And Radko Gudas has made a career of being in the middle of stuff.
He's always right on the line. Sometimes over it.
Sometimes, but he's a very good player.
Sedlak back for it. Taken down by Pakarina. Puck loose in front. Little shot by Bjorn and turned away by Dostal. The puck still loose and a penalty coming.
Penalty.
Well, let's see what happened here.
Is it just for the tackle by Gudas on Bjorn?
So there's 56 seconds to go.
I think we're getting a hold or an interference on Gudas.
And so the Finns will get a power play here late in the third that could carry over into overtime. Now, initially, it looked like someone might have gloved the puck in the crease. I mean, that's a quarterback sack in the NFL.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor would approve. Oh, my goodness. Jumped up on the back of Hoodoo to take him away. So you're right. 5-on-4 will lead into overtime if Finland does not score. Is Gudas mad at himself or just sure why he's smashing his stick around?
I think he just burns hot.
I suppose.
All right, so Finland with a power play. For the third time here in the third period. That's rolled wide by Puustinen. Granlund back on it. Cal Granlund. Plays that back for Lehtinen. Granlund. Moves that back down. Takes the pass back from Jormika. Granlund holds.
He wants Puustinen.
Looks and shoots. Does now save, and the rebound bounced away from Jormika. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Granlund has a look. Gonna flip that back in front. It's picked up by Kemp. He's away, shorthanded. Is there time?
Shoots.
Feeds it back in front as the horn sounds. Verana couldn't reach it, and so there'll be 1 minute and 3 seconds of power play time to carry over into the overtime. It'll be 4-on-3 in the extra period. No score through 60. OT and maybe a shootout await.
Jelikož je stav utkání po skončení základní hrací doby nerozhodný, po 3minutové přestávce následuje 5minutové prodloužení s náhlým vítězstvím. Prodloužení bude hráno s jedním brankářem a 3 hráči v poli.
60 minutes of the game has only enough to see a good goal, so now we are waiting for the overtime. Dámy a pánové, ani 60 minut nám nestačilo na to, abychom viděli regulérní gól a mohli tak rozhodnout o vítězi. Proto bude utkání pokračovat ještě v prodloužení. Tak se na něj pojďme společně zase trošičku nachystat. Pojďme se zahrát společně s našimi skvělými DJi.
So Lucas Dostal and Harry Santry have been perfect so far. A total of 36 shots between the two teams. All have been stopped, and now it's on to overtime, and the Finns will have the power play 4-on-3 for 1 minute and 3 seconds. Now, something that's already happened in this game. It'll impact the standings. You only get 2 points for an overtime or shootout win and 1 point for a loss. So if you're Canada, you're watching two of the teams that you're competing against for top spot
that have lost points.
Right.
From the maximum available.
And by the way, the Czechs are guaranteed, if they make the quarterfinals, to play here in Prague. So in this scenario, say the Czechs finish third in their group. The second place team in this group will have to cross over and play in Ostrava. They'll still play the third place team.
To have to travel back and forth.
Kemp, Ruta, and Kempney are up for Czechia. Granlund, Makarinen, Puustinen, and Lehtinen are the four for the Finns on the power play. It's 5 minutes of overtime, and then if necessary, a shootout.
Best chance to win will be right here.
And the Czechs thought they'd taken a 1-0 lead late in the second period, but the goal by Andre Palat was called back on a video review for goalie interference. And here is Ruta. Fires it back down to the Finnish zone. That'll take about 20 seconds off the clock before the Finns gain the zone. In comes Granlund. He's tied up. And the puck rolls to Kempney on his backhand. Good play to get it out.
That's a shovel backhand clear.
Czechs make a quick change. Puustinen goes rink wide for Granlund. Drops that back to Lehtinen. For Granlund. Granlund back for Lehtinen. Feeds it across to Puustinen. For Granlund, one-time shot, he hammered it wide. Puustinen with a rolling puck, able to hold the line. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Back for Lehtinen. To Granlund. Granlund has a look. Long wrist shot, and Dostal kicks that away. Final seconds of the power play. Palat got pulled over. Now it's picked free by Puustinen. Drops it back to Granlund. Across he goes to Lehtinen. Great stop by Dostal. Just as good as steps on the ice. Now loose in front. Granlund, a backhand shot. That goes wide. Some miscommunication by the Czechs almost resulted in the overtime winner for Finland. Now Granlund's been out there a while. It's 4-on-4 until the next whistle. Then it's down to 3-on-3. Away comes Gudas. Radko Gudas, a long wrist shot. Gloved by Santeri. And he'll hang on to that.
They had their looks on the broken play. And it's a great save, but the save's made because the read. Dostal recognized he gets over there in a hurry, off the toe of his skate. But he didn't buy the fake shot by Granlund too hard. He was loading up and getting ready to push, knowing that Lehtinen was over there for a one-timer, knowing that Granlund likes to pass, and able to extend the game a little bit longer. Now the teams weren't quite sure that it's 3-on-3. They had 4 guys out there each.
There is Spacek with it. Drops it off to Sedlak. Sedlak now peels back, being watched there by Kapanen. Now it's 3-on-3. Sedlak away from Kapanen, trying to work back in. Sedlak crisscrossing with Kasha. In comes Kasha now. He's directing traffic. Feeds it across to Sedlak. We welcome those of you who watched Sweden beat the United States 5-2 in Ostrava here. Overtime in a scoreless game. Tomasek walks in and shoots. He put that just wide. Here's Fleck back on it. This has been a nail-biter since the opening moments. Czechs had a goal disallowed the second period. Now working back in as Krejcik spins and shoots. That deflects wide. Tomasek winds across the top. In comes Tomasek. Great move. Shoots. Satari makes a stop on that. Now Puljujärvi back with it as both teams change. Finns started this overtime on the power play. We're unable to connect. Voodoo being watched by Kubalik. Jaska has a poke away chance now for Kubalik. He's got Palat with him. Kubalik walks in, waits and shoots. Santeri makes a stop on that. Voodoo back with it. Inside 2 to go in overtime. If you're just joining us, yeah, it's been like this all night. Granlund winds in, rolling puck. Granlund shoots from a sharp angle. Dostal makes the save. Puustinen trying to work it free. Picked up by Spacek. Lead pass to Cervenka. Cervenka flips it back in front. In comes Cam for the chance. Santeri makes a point-blank save, and back come the Finns the other way. Juuso Riikola, the defenseman, moving in on Cervenka, the forward defending. Now drop back. In shoots. And Dostal, the save on him. Puistila tied up by Cervenka. Inla poke check by Dostal and puts it wide. Here's Cervenka back with it.
Even more chances in overtime than the entire game combined.
Krejcik up for Sedlak. Sedlak winds in, spins back in front, and Krejcik has it poked away. Lead pass for Inla, but Krejcik came back on him. Quickly ahead for Sedlak. One man back, it's Mata. Sedlak walks in and shoots, and Santeri the save on that. 30 seconds to go in overtime. Kasha, the forward's back defending, but Sedlak came back and knocked it away from Inla. Up for Kapanen, that was close to offside. 20 seconds to go, now Kempny with it. With speed, up ahead for Fleck. Jakob Fleck streaks in. Looks back in front, just missed Kempny with that pass. Tomaszek with it, time winding down here in overtime. Picked up by Kapanen. Final seconds, Kapanen walks in, waits and shoots, and Dostal makes the stop on that as the horn sounds. And this game will go to a shootout.
So many chances in overtime. Tomaszek dancing everyone, gets right between the hash marks. Deflected puck goes just wide. See, he's been dancing. He's had a couple nice rushes there. Another one. Look at the no-looker. Cervenka eyeballing. Can I float one into David Kampf? It's his second time in alone. And Satri shuts him down again. And it only seems appropriate that we're heading to a shootout after that game.
Someone is going to score. The shootout is next.
And after 9 years, this situation is the same. Let's wait for the penalty shootout. Dámy a pánové, stejně jako před 9 lety i tentokrát zahajovací utkání domácího týmu na mistrovství světa IIHF hokej bude končit samostatnými nájezdy. A myslím si, že to nejdramatičtějším závěru bude potřeba vaše podpora. Jste připraveni?
Well, the fans have got their money's worth tonight. Little bonus hockey and now a shootout in a scoreless game between Czechia and Finland. The Czechs have been exceptional in shootouts historically in the World Championship. They're 13-9. Finns are 10-10. And as you see what Radim Rulik does here, Cervenka would be an obvious pick for the Czechs. He's 0 for 2 in his career at the World Championship.
Yeah, Cervenka's been good.
Granlund and Pakarinen are both 1 for 2 for Finland in World Championship shootouts.
Tomaszek's had a strong game with the puck. You're thinking, okay, who has sort of had it and made plays?
You wonder how much that plays into it and how much...
Right. They probably have a list. Yeah. And then if someone's having a particularly good game who's not on the list, they might bump the last guy.
Right.
Playing the hot hand would make sense. So looking for all the help we can get.
Satri versus Dostal.
We got a defenseman going first.
Yeah.
Kasky.
It's Kasky in on Dostal, who's way out. Kasky shoots Dostal. Almost lost it there, but he hangs on.
He didn't know where the puck was. It's because Kasky bobs and weaves slowly, tries to zip it 5-hole, and Dostal's got the pad down there. Puck is still spinning, got to be careful. Andre Kasha. How do you think he'd be a shooter? Backhand, forehand, under the bar.
Satri is a veteran in the shootouts, allowed 5 goals on 9 attempts. Kasha in with speed, scores! What a move.
Satri bought the fake shot as well. Kasia comes in with quite a bit of speed. Sells the shot. Satri goes right down into the butterfly, up and over.
And now it's Granlund. In on Dostal, turns him away.
Nothing doing. As soon as you pull to your backhand, if the goaltender goes to you, there's nowhere for you to put the puck. There's nowhere that he could get that through Dostal.
This
is Krejcik, the defenseman for
Czechia. Out there.
He works in, turned away by Satri.
It's another one where Satri really buys the pump fake. Watch how quickly he gets to his knees. And you would have elected to slip that one 5-hole. Oh, Jesse Puljujärvi.
Twirl on his way in. Puljujärvi in on Dostal. Extra move, turned away. Finns are 0 for 3 so far.
Tried to Dostal's glove, they tried to his blocker, they tried to shoot, no answers, and he ended up to make a pretty good shot. Maybe right of the bar might have been available, but Dostal is right on top of it.
Andre Palat. In round 3, fires it wide, and so far Kasia has the only goal in the shootout.
He thought he had it taken care of. Little drag and pull, gonna go above the pad. He has the spot, just misses the post.
Oliver Kapanen to start round 4. Even the shootout's been low scoring. Kapanen works in, stopped by Dostal.
He is right on it, reading the eyes, reading the stick. Down to take the 5-hole away. Kapanen trying to slow it down and slip it 5-hole.
And now Cervenka
to win.
Can win it for the Czechs. In comes Cervenka, the captain on Satri. Cervenka shoots, scores! And the Czechs win it at home.
Everybody, but the guy you want with a puck on his stick to make the president smile.
Yep. No
is
pressure.
Roman Cervenka. The captain delivers in a fun opener for Czechia.
Well, they chose to play a tough opponent in their first game.
Now it looks like a good idea. Dostal.
Team.
How about the decision to start Dostal?
Yeah.
He had 2 more experienced, more veteran goalies available, and Rulik elected to play the younger Lucas Dostal.
And he stops everything he sees.
He rewarded
in
him.
Regulation, overtime, and the shootout.
21 shots, 4 breakaways. He's head home with a win.
And now the best players of the game, and Jaromír Jágr will present the Czech player with his prize.
The prizes will be presented by Czech ice hockey legend Jaromír Jágr. And CEO of Finland, Czechia, Igor Vida. Best player of Team Finland, number 29, Harri Sateri.
Feels like it's going to be both goaltenders for this one. Satri was fantastic. Far busier for the first 2 periods than Dostal. Shutout and loss. That's tough.
Best player of Team Czechia, number 1, Lucas Dostal.
What a moment for this young man. Here at home with the legend to give him the award.
He's probably playing for more ice time as well.
Yeah.
So he wants to be the goalie of record going forward.
And speaking of the home team, now their anthem, Where My Home Is.
Here, please rise and for the national winning team. Dámy a pánové, na závěr zazní hymna vítězného týmu, tedy hymna Česka. Team Czechia have won off the penalty shootout. Thank you so much for joining us here in the arena. And don't forget, tomorrow we're starting at 12:20 here in Prague and also in Ostrava. Thank you so much for being the evening unforgettable. Dámy a pánové, za první den mistrovství světa IIHF letní hokej 2024. Den, který končí vítězstvím týmu Česka. Děkujeme vám moc krát za naprosto fantastickou atmosféru. Česko vítězí! A pochopitelně přijdete pozvání na zítřek sem do pražské arény Start ve 12:20 minut. Poprvé se představí tým Dámy hokej Velké Británii. Odpolední zápas obsají výběry atmosféráca. No a relace do 20 minut. Domácí tým Česka proti výběru Norska. Počítáme s vámi, jste nedílnou součástí tohoto šampionátu. Hezký zbytek večera. A the great season one. Let's celebrate the winning team. Ještě jednou vás povez proti Česka.
We had regulation, we had overtime, and we had a shootout. What stood out to you about how tight tonight's game was?
Oh, it was awesome. First game of the World Champs against the home team, great fans. It was just awesome to play.
You mentioned the atmosphere. My goodness, was it loud tonight? What was it like playing with this atmosphere?
Yeah, it was super loud. You couldn't even hear your own thoughts there, so it was awesome.
Is that difficult when you can't hear your own thoughts?
What's that?
Is that difficult when you can't hear your own thoughts?
No, I can hear them.
Obviously, starting the tournament with a shootout is definitely a way to amp up things. This is your 5th World Championship. What does it mean to you to come back each and every year and represent your country?
Obviously, it's an honor. It's an honor to represent Finland, and it's an honor to get selected. So it's yeah, like I said, it's an honor, and then also you do something good during the season when you get selected.
You have a day off before being back in action Sunday. How do you want to build off of tonight's game?
Otetaan hyvät jutut mukaan tästä ja palautellaan hyvin ja ei siinä mitään, mennään eteenpäin.
Harry, thank you.
Thank you. Kiitos.
Lucas, regulation solved nothing. You needed overtime, and then you needed the shootout, and you recorded the shutout. Are you tired? How are you feeling after tonight's performance?
I wouldn't say tired, but I didn't have really many shots at the start, and I think in the third, and I got coupled then in overtime, and I'm just happy that I could stick with it and help the boys win. And it's a first game, but it's an important start for us.
You mentioned it being the first game, and the atmosphere was absolutely electric in the arena tonight. Describe the feeling playing in front of such passionate fans.
Everybody they were buzzing. They were unbelievable. They were just supporting us throughout the game, and I really enjoy it. But obviously, as a goalie, you try to kind of push it on the side and just try to be kind of in the bubble and just focus for the game. But obviously, it's hard not to notice them.
You were named player of the game, and Jaromir Jagr awarded you that honor. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think this was the first time I ever met him. I saw him play before, but this was the first time I could shake his hand. So obviously, a pretty special moment.
Starting the tournament with such a great victory, how much confidence does that give your team now moving forward?
Tak byl to pro nás první zápas a samozřejmě je furt na čem stavět, ale myslím si, že to byl slušný začátek a fanoušci byli úžasní a podporovali nás celý zápas a já jsem si to moc užil. Chtěl bych všem poděkovat, že přišli a říkám, je to furt první zápas, ale já jsem si to moc užil.
Lucas, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Radost. Společné vítězství. Coca-Cola, oficiální partner mistrovství světa IIHF v ledním hokeji 2024. Zastav se do oficiální Coca-Cola fanzóny. Vypni si počet gólů, které padnou na mistrovství světa IIHF v ledním hokeji 2024. Zapoj se do soutěže a podpoř lokální parahokej.